Warning, if you decide to celebrate New Year's in London, beware of this wheel.
I hate you.
That crowd. And these drinks.
Now I know why they call him Bear the Poisoner.
Every night, in every city around the world, it happens. People pour into local watering holes to, well, drink. It's my mission, that's me, to traverse the globe, getting to know these different people and their drinking customs. Bellying up to the bar, and with any luck, making some new friends. New Year's, a day of celebration. And what better place to celebrate the art of celebration than in London, England, home of Greenwich Mean Time, demarcated at the Royal Observatory in the London Borough of Greenwich. This is where all time zones are measured from, and therefore the geographical heart of New Year's. My mission? A 2-day pub crawl through a series of London watering holes.
I'm unfamous. Yeah. Unfamous, actually, it's different.
As an international city, there'll be many nations represented here. But I'll also give props to some classic English traditions. And maybe even invent some new ones. When I go... Green Street London!
When I'm in London, I can't be seen driving around town in some drab motor car. So I go down to my carport, or my garage, and I figure out whatever I'm going to drive for the day. Today, it just happened to be an Aston Martin day. Well, what day isn't?
I begin my mission in style at Duke's Hotel. Its small upscale bar is known for catering to London's upper crust. Ian Fleming, the writer who created the James Bond character, was a regular here. But unlike Bond, who took his vodka martinis shaken, not stirred, I'm here for a classic martini with the help of Alessandro, the head bartender.
If I just said, get me a martini, would you get me gin or would you get me vodka? Like, what is a martini?
The original one is gin. The proper
Gin.
martini is gin.
Yeah.
The martini is a quite strong, it's a strong drink.
Strong like me.
So if you, yes, but
Yeah,
if
go ahead,
you,
go
you
ahead.
know,
Go ahead, you're gonna be surprised, go ahead.
wow,
Wow.
wow.
Duke's claims to be the first to offer tableside martini service.
I mean, I'm familiar with Beefeater gin, but I've never had the opportunity to ask someone, why is it called Beefeater? You know what, I'm actually, in the future, I'm gonna go there and find out why. So, like, can I just fast forward to the future real quick? You can stay right there. I'm not gonna
Okay.
fast forward. I'm gonna leave you in the present.
Excellent.
Okay, wait 1 second. Don't move. We'll explain why it's called Beefeater in a moment, but first, Desmond, the master distiller at Beefeater, will explain to us what gin is.
This is the Beefeater Distillery. They've been making gin here since 1820, and it's the only distillery in all of London.
We start off by actually buying neutral alcohol. That's
Okay.
pure spirit, about 96% alcohol.
Distilled from what?
Distilled from anything you like, but for us, it's made from grain, it's made from wheat. It's then flavored so that juniper is the predominant taste.
Okay.
But then any other flavor you want beyond that, you can have as many or as few botanicals as you wish. But it's to give balance, it's to give complexity.
Sort of like the way that Curtis's inadequacies are balanced out by my hosting superiority. He's sort of, incompetent is sort of a strong word, but I'm awesome, and that's maybe not strong enough of a word. And so we balance each other out.
Yeah, I agree,
Is
but But for a gin, you want all the botanicals to be awesome so that they complement each other rather than...
Eric. Because Eric is an awesome sound guy.
Right.
I'm an awesome host. So the audio, the jokes that are coming through are superior.
Exactly.
Got it.
So exactly what do they use to achieve their desired balance? Ladies and gentlemen, I present you the 9 botanicals of Beefeater. Juniper, coriander, orange peel, lemon peel, angelica root, angelica seed, licorice, orris root, and almonds. Desmond says that here at the plant, they steep these botanicals in neutral spirit for 24 hours and then distill it one more time.
And it's that second distillation with the botanicals that introduces the flavor of the botanicals, the spirit turns it into gin.
You know, it's interesting. It's almost like I smell these and I taste those.
Yes. I think right on the end of it, you get that licorice kicking in, that sort of slightly rounder, sweet finish to it. You get the citrus notes right at the beginning, and that little slight bitterness you get across your tongue. That's the juniper kicking in.
Okay, so I get the gin, but I'm still unclear on the whole Beefeater thing.
His official name is a yeoman warder. And a yeoman warder. So yeoman is a soldier, a warder is a guard, basically.
Okay.
And these are the guys who guard the Tower of London.
Still?
Still there.
This guy looks like maybe he's close to retirement.
He's probably gone by now.
And I bet he makes great Kentucky Fried Chicken.
The Tower of London is near the Beefeater distillery. The yeoman warders, or Beefeaters, guard the tower and the crown jewels that are housed there. The Beefeaters not only work at the tower, they live there too. But the question still remains, why are they called Beefeaters?
In the old days, they were important royal guards. They were given extra rations of beef to keep them fit and strong and ferocious, whatever. Beef eaters.
I will buy that.
Okay.
Back to you, Zane. Now, does that make sense?
It does.
You can tell people that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alessandro points out that a good martini must be cold. The glass and the gin are both chilled in a freezer.
So let me show you the way we do it.
I like the way you picked that up.
That's it. So this is the vermouth.
So now you're doing what? You're
Now the
marrying
vermouth,
it to the glass?
indeed. I married to the. I just coat the glass with the vermouth.
Okay.
So the first thing you will smell is the vermouth. And then I'm just going to pour a small amount of gin.
Okay. That's a small amount by whose standards? What are you doing when you said small amount? I thought you were going to pour a small amount of gin. You filled up the cup with gin.
Indeed. Look, it's not even full. Wow, this is perfect.
He finishes it off with some lemon zest. And that's the classic martini, which I bastardize with an olive.
And then you just sip them, right?
Indeed. That's why we make sure the glass is cold, the drink is cold. That's fast.
I'm a really bad sipper.
You are.
Okay, so I get the whole high society drinking thing.
You know, I'm not really a tuxedo kind of a guy. I am an Aston Martin kind of a guy, in case anyone wants to give me one, but not a tuxedo. I'm gonna change real quick.
Now, I'm ready to get down and dirty. Coming up, I head to East London for a more international experience.
Beer, hookah, and a flaming Zane. You'll see more of that in a little bit.
On New Year's in Mexico, a coin or charm is often placed in a loaf of bread. At midnight, when the bread is shared, the person who finds the charm will have good fortune in the coming year. If you want to find the unexpected in London, go to the East End. It's a bohemian, anything-goes part of town. And if you want to find tequila, not something you typically think of when you think of London, the East End's Green and Red is the place to go. Here they have a selection of over 200 tequilas, all premium, 100% blue agave.
See, even though we do border Mexico, and many Americans have been there on vacation and whatnot, we probably don't know as much about tequila as we think we do, or as maybe we should.
So now the question, can Dre, the bar director, and Matt, the bar manager, teach me something I don't know? They pull out one of their favorite Blanco tequilas in order to teach me some proper tasting methods.
You can see that we're serving this in the official tasting glass.
This is official for
The
tequila.
ISO. It's for tasting anything, like whether it's sherry or wine or any kind of spirits.
No, I don't know about that.
The shot glass that you traditionally serve tequila in does a couple of things. It hides those flavors. Also, it encourages you to shoot it in one go. So this kind of slows it down.
That's how in college we're taught
Yes.
to drink tequila.
And lots of it.
That's one thing I didn't know, but there's more.
With that, we also encourage like a sangrita. You're going to find this in every Mexican bar.
Wait, what are you calling it? Sangrita?
Sangrita, little blood.
He says sangrita is a traditional Mexican non-alcoholic sidecar of tequila with a sweet and spicy flavor combination. This one is tomato juice, citrus, salt, and chili peppers.
Have a sip of your tequila. Wash it down with some sangrita.
Okay, the premium white tequila is smooth, but how about the sangrita?
Wow, to this one.
Strong?
Yo, let's just say it's heavy on the chili peppers.
There's actually tomato in here too? Not just pepper?
Tiny bit. Yeah.
Good.
In honor of my new education, we celebrate with something special.
Extra añejo, which is a new category.
Extra añejo.
Okay, if you saw our show in Tequila, Mexico, you know that Blanco is not aged. Reposado is aged from 2 months to a year, and Añejo is aged for 1 to 3 years. But the new category of Extra Añejo is designed to distinguish tequila aged for 3 years or more.
We put this in tastings next to fine cognacs, like XO cognacs,
Yeah.
and the rums that are over 20 years old, and this will often beat it. Well, people won't recognize that it's a tequila.
All right, you built it up. Now I have to taste it.
By the way, given the current exchange rate, these shots cost a little over $100 US a piece.
You're aging it in the best way possible.
It's like an ultra premium, right?
Definitely.
I mean, which
This
other
is-
people are calling.
This is super ultra premium, if you want to go that far.
And it goes so well with chocolate.
Okay, I've discovered the newest top-tier category of tequila in an internationally recognized tasting vessel accompanied by chocolate. My work here is done.
Está bien? Gracias. All right. So say we get it, right?
But my work in London's East End is not done, because just across the street, there's a bar called Casa Blue that just oozes East End.
Oh, hey there. Rocky, look.
Hey,
You know them?
no, not yet. But
Well,
I'm sure.
world, this is Rocky. Rocky, this is the world.
How you doing, world, universe?
And this is your place.
No, not at all, mate. It's our place, me and my staff, all the people who've helped me along the way.
Yeah.
But in the beginning is one man's vision. And who was that one man? It was Rocky.
Yeah, mate.
It was Rocky.
It was Rocky.
Yeah. Rocky's vision was to create a bar that captures what he calls the London town vibe.
You're about to break it down for me, aren't you, right now?
Yeah, no.
Because this is an international city.
Absolutely, man. Anyone who forms part of London, anyone who adds to the vibe here, anyone who adds to the businesses, the culture, I would say is from London town.
Yeah.
You're adding to the groove, old boy. You're
Am
adding to-
I in the mix?
I think you
Am
are, man.
I-
Check the scene
am I
out.
London town right
Everyone's
now?
loving it.
If
Yeah,
I'm
mate,
London
you're
town,
London town.
don't just say it because the camera's there.
No, mate. I
Am
didn't
I really?
see. Oh, a brick. The camera is there.
Rocky's place is defined by hookah or shisha pipes with a selection of legal smokables
What is this?
It's molasses-flavored tobacco.
and fish bowls of booze. The one I'm drinking is made with fresh lime and sugar, which is muddled, then crushed ice goes in, white and dark rum in generous quantities, a long pour of 140 proof absinthe, finished off with strawberry syrup and cranberry juice so that you have absolutely no idea how much alcohol you're about to consume. This, my friends, is what they call a bunny with a gun. I have an idea.
Maybe you can do something for our viewers.
Yeah, absolutely.
How about bringing the drinking and the hookah thing together as one?
And you give them smoke.
Yeah, man. That works.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Flaming Zane.
So what you do is you give them a bunny with a gun and a hookah. So if someone comes in and asks for a Flaming Zane, you give them this.
Mate, Dom, how's that sound?
Could you put that on the menu? A Flaming Zane. A Flaming Zane.
Specifically a bunny and the gun and a hookah?
Bunny and a gun and a hookah.
Mate, let's agree to that.
All right.
And it will be remarkable to see who comes in here orders a Flaming Zane.
Coming up, drinking roulette.
I hate you.
Though it's often associated with Christmas, so-called Yule celebrations in Scandinavia predate Christianity and were originally a celebration of the winter solstice. As host of the world's greatest drinking show, there are times when things don't go quite like I hoped they would.
Oh my God. It tastes like a snake.
And many wrongs can never be righted. But some of them can. Take Denmark, for example. That water was ice cold.
I'm so happy that I did that. Oh my God!
And this is my rare opportunity for revenge on the guy who pushed me in. Because I decided to fly him to London for what he thinks is just a friendly reunion.
Do you remember Lars?
We've met at a bar called the Nordic in London's NoHo neighborhood. And with the help of Gemma, the shot-loving bartender,
I'm just getting handed drinks here, please. Party, woo!
and this spinning wheel of mystery drinks, sweet revenge will soon be mine. But first, we play nice. And in honor of our reunion, Lars wants to share with me a Scandinavian holiday tradition.
This is a good drinking program.
Yeah.
This recipe is not so good.
Lars's not-so-good recipe involves Christmas aquavit, lime, and pickled herring.
And it's quite high in the level of alcohol.
47% alcohol.
Exactly.
94 proof?
And then you do like this.
This herring has been marinating in aquavit and lime juice for about a week.
You want one?
Pretty sure.
Come on. It's really delicious.
For you. I've never met you before, but just for you.
You eat it and then you do the shot? It's not so bad.
That's really nice.
It's kind of sweet.
I like it.
Part 2 of the tradition is a chaser of aquavit.
But I like to say it like I'm angry. Skål!
Now that Lars thinks that everything is happy-go-lucky,
That was nice.
it's time to reveal to him my true intentions.
So what happened was, he pushed me in the water. He pushed me in with
That's
his
a bit
foot.
harsh.
He kicked me
In
in.
all fairness.
Look.
I can't do it.
Come on. I apologize.
You can't. It's too late. It's too late to apologize.
I apologize.
No, you can't
I
apologize.
apologize.
So we have a bit of a, well, it's payback. It's a surprise for you. It's
Danske Wheel of Misfortune.
it's not the wheel of death. It's misfortune. Are you gonna spin it for him?
I will
You'll
go
spin
and
it for him.
I'll spin it for you.
She'll spin it for you.
Legoland.
What's that?
You'll find out.
You know what? That's pretty mean. We probably shouldn't even do that. I didn't know it was gonna land on that one.
The leg overland is a shot of Danske vodka infused with hot chili peppers, topped off with some absolute currant.
I don't like chilies. I hate chilies.
Yeah.
And now you serve chili for me.
Isn't it interesting to have to do something that you don't want to do? Do you see the significance?
I can see that.
Okay. Skål.
Cheers.
Go. I hate you.
Okay, he froze me in a fjord. Now I've burned him in a bar. Revenge is oh so sweet, but I'm not done yet. I bet I'm gonna get something easy. Ice the cake.
An iced cake.
That doesn't sound so bad, does it? It's absolute citron, lemon liqueur, and canned whipped cream.
Oh, there we go. That's an iced cake.
Can you believe I have to do this? Hey, that's what I rolled. Okay, back to Lars. By the way, she's like the British Vanna White. Look at her just sitting there. Come on, please get something horrible. Something horrible. Chili Willy! Hope it's not more chilies. Much to Lars's chagrin, it's chili pepper vodka topped off with absolute pepper and Louisiana hot sauce.
That's disgusting.
Okay, for the record, this wheel was not rigged, but Lars doesn't trust it, and he's throwing down the gauntlet. No more roulette, just a man-to-man face-off. Lars picks the poison, and we see who can down it without flinching. Lars begins with a flavored vodka from Sweden. That doesn't sound so bad. Special edition aquavit from Lars's hometown of Aalborg. Then he ups the ante with that 94 proof Christmas aquavit. And, of course, chili pepper vodka to really test my mettle.
There we go.
1, 2, 3, skål!
Skål! That was all right.
Wait for it.
Is everybody staring at my face for? I really am okay.
I'll tell you, cool.
No, don't do it. She might be fine, but our mouths are on fire. And this night is over. I'm out. I'm out of here. Coming up, my second day in London brings me face to face with a guy they call Barry the Poisoner. Now I know why they call him Barry the Poisoner. In the year 46 BC, Julius Caesar established the Julian calendar, making January 1st the beginning of the new year. In order to synchronize the Julian calendar with the sun, Caesar had to allow the previous year to drag out for 445 days. It's my second day in London, and I'm headed down to the Borough Market. High-risk pickpocket area. I'll keep a vigilant eye out for those guys. The reason I've come to the market is for the poison. You serve poison?
No, I wouldn't say poison.
Why you call Barry the Poisoner then? I'm guessing the reason he's called Barry the Poisoner might have something to do with the many forms of apple-based alcohol he serves at his cider shop.
Because it's artisan cider, we don't cheat you by watering it down. It's a pure juice product, and 2 pints, and generally your knees start knocking a little bit.
From unfiltered cask cider to pasteurized bottled cider to straight up distilled cider, he wants me to try it all. But he says to really appreciate it, we need some cheddar cheese.
Now, if you take a glass of my cider round to Neil's yard...
Where's Neil? Is it far away?
It's just round the corner. This is one of the most famous cheese stores in England.
What's going on here?
That's to keep a natural humidity to keep the cheese happy. Now, the standard practice, if a farmer had some friends round, he'd get a jug of cider from the barrel, have it on the table, he'd have a piece of cheese like that cut in wedges, and you'd nibble the cheese as you drink the cider.
That's what we're gonna do in a few seconds. Back at the cider shop, the cheddar cheese is in full effect.
An old farmer said to me, the secret of drinking cider is nibble the cheese with it. The fat soaks up the alcohol, then you won't get so drunk.
Yeah, is that right?
Yeah.
We'll find out soon enough because Barry doesn't hesitate to break out the cider. This one is called Kingston Black.
Kingston Black is a lot smokier and stronger, really, but it's a sharp flavour to it.
Wow.
It's a single variety cider. It's been in a old smoked whiskey barrel, charred, so it's always got a bit of a smoky background to it.
Barry tells me that the barrel used for the Kingston Black started off as an American bourbon barrel, then went to Scotland where it was used for aging Scotch, and now he has it third hand.
Because it's kept in a barrel, would the alcohol content increase at all?
Definitely.
Okay. Why? Because
the customs always say to us we must wash the barrels out, but most cider makers, if they've got a fresh whiskey or rum barrel, the cider goes in to be conditioned.
Because there's still rum in there.
Yeah,
right?
and of course it will fortify it a little bit, you know.
Wow.
But,
That is such a unique flavor.
There's all sorts of things you can do with cider. Just bear with me. I'll nip and get another one here. You can try.
You know what? Now I know why they call him Bear the Poisoner.
Barry decides it's time for me to man up with some so-called cider brandy.
42%, say 84 proof.
Yeah.
This is distilled cider aged in wood for 3 years.
Wow. That's stronger than I expected.
Would you like to try a smoother one? I mean, I've got a smoother one if you want.
What is your objective here today? To get me drunk?
This cider brandy is aged for 5 years. It's been great downing cider with Barry, but before I leave, he insists that I try a bottle of cider brandy that's been aged for 10 years. And this is no joke, in barrels that washed ashore from a French shipwreck.
That's nice.
The vanilla really comes out in it, I think.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
What does that go for a bottle?
£35.
35 pounds?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're giving me this as a gift.
As I stumble away from the poisoner, I run into a place called Uto Beer. As I get a closer look, I realize they have a lot of beer here. Beers that appear to have a lot of personality. And if you're a regular viewer of this show, you know that Curtis the camera guy also has a lot of personality.
Chug it. That's. You don't need the water. You want the water? You don't need the water. Do you want it? Get out of here.
So instead of moving on to the next bar, I think it's time to play a quick little game I call Matching Interesting Beers with Interesting People. More specifically, Curtis.
He's bitter, he's definitely twisted, and he's also a great dancer. You have that in a beer.
Oh my God, look at that. Bitter, him. Twisted, him.
And it's spicy, aromatic, and zesty.
Oh
my God. All the things you said.
All things Curtis. So it sounds like a match, but the only way to really know is to taste.
You know, Curtis, you're not bad. You're not bad. You taste a little like a mouse. There you go, buddy. You're shooting me and pounding at the same time? You're almost there. Wow, there's a lot of beer. Such a little man. You just gymmed the cops, Curtis the cameraman.
Oh, thank you. That was good.
Coming up, what does a monkey shoulder have to do with scotch?
You know what? You don't have to rain on my parade. It's like you blow out my candle to make your candle burn brighter. Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
That's a good idea. I usually do that to people myself.
Auld Lang Syne was written by Scottish poet Robert Burns in 1788. Often sung at New Year's, Auld Lang Syne literally means old long since, which loosely translates to days gone by. Right now, I'm in London.
Cool.
Heading to a bar called the Almanac, located in Trafalgar Square. It's the heart of a bustling business district, and its happy hour is teeming with professionals.
So guys with money?
Yeah.
So chicks should come here to find dudes in suits with money.
Yeah.
Well played.
This is Glenn, an Irish guy who works in a Scottish bar in England.
Do you know them?
No.
They love you.
The reason I'm here is to try, among other things, something called whiskey beer, which is Scottish beer that's been aged in Scotch whiskey barrels.
So you can smell the whiskey a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And then it picks up some of the alcohol from the barrel?
Actually, Glenn says that unlike the barrel-aged cider we had at the market, this beer does not pick up alcohol from the barrel because the whiskey was given time to evaporate. So if that's the case, what are the benefits of aging beer in a barrel? Professor, help me out here.
Professor Mace.
The mad scientist.
Oh, thank you, Zane. Yes, it's true that the barrel itself contains no whiskey, and therefore will not make the beer any stronger. If you wanted that, all you really need to do is spike your beer with some whiskey. Okay, anyway, moving on. One benefit of aging beer in a whiskey barrel is that the barrel can impart wood and whiskey flavors. And if you like that, you'll love the beer. Furthermore, if the beer that is put into the cask is not pasteurized and it's stored at the correct temperature, the live yeast in the beer continues to be active, converting more sugars into alcohol during a month-long aging process, leading to a stronger beer.
All right, thanks, Professor. So, at 8.5% alcohol, this whiskey beer is strong. But does Glenn have an even stronger beer?
I don't know if it'll be beer anymore, though. I think you'd have to distill it then. It may turn into
You don't have
whiskey.
to rain on my parade. It's like you blow out my candle to make your candle burn brighter. Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
That's a good idea. I usually do that to people myself.
Okay, back to the subject of stronger drinks.
This is a scotch called Monkey Shoulder. And so I actually have my monkey to go with your monkey.
Monkey Shoulder falls under the Scotch category of vatted malt, which means it's a blend of different single malt Scotch whiskeys. But Glenn wants me to try it in the form of a most unusual cocktail.
You grooming your monkey?
Yeah. Hi, how are you?
How you doing? So these are mosquitoes.
A mosquito is a mojito made with Scotch instead of rum. And speaking of Scotch...
Do you know what a monkey shoulder is?
Yeah, like this. It's actually what pivots to make the arm go up and down. I believe it's a rotator cuff, right?
In whiskey terms, it's the guy who actually malts the barley. They usually go in rows on a big bed.
Okay.
So you got a big floor of malt.
Okay.
Of cereal.
Laying out. So the guy that does this,
his arm usually grows a bigger size.
One arm grows twice the size.
And hangs down because it's due to its own weight.
True.
They named the whiskey after it.
Like any good mojito, you can't taste the booze.
Light, refreshing, peach flavor.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
That is a deadly drink.
Unless, of course, you do this to it.
You were making room for more whiskey?
Yes.
After downing the strongest and, quite honestly, the only mosquito I've ever tasted.
Mosquito. Because it's a mojito, and it's different.
I hit the pavement and hail a cab to Suffolk to toss back a few in one of London's most legendary drinking venues. The crew has told me they have some sort of surprise plan for me here. I don't know what it is, and quite frankly, I'm a little bit scared. But before that, meet Alex, a patron here.
This is one of the oldest pubs in London.
Okay, older than Curtis?
Slightly older than Curtis. Wow. Even older than Curtis's mum.
Easy.
Don't you talk about my mother.
All right, Curtis, we'll stick to this place. It's called the George Inn, and Alex says it burned down in a big fire that destroyed most of London in the 1600s. But it was rebuilt on the same footprint and with the same design in 1677.
So this place was built as an exact replica of the one that was here before? Oh, okay.
It's the oldest coaching inn in London.
What does that mean?
So people will come in coaches, like a bus depot, get out here, stay here.
With horses.
And then walk into London.
As I get to talking more with Alex, I find out he's a trained Shakespearean actor.
And he's not only an actor, he's a thespian.
right? You only date women?
He tells me that the place that stood here before the Great Fire had some significance in Shakespearean times.
He would do the play here, and people would watch from the galleries.
So the play would be going on down here?
Yeah.
And they'd throw money?
So they'd throw money, and then somebody would come along with a box.
Okay.
Pick up all the money that was thrown onto the ground.
Okay.
And they'd put it in a room.
Okay.
Room called the...
Money room.
No!
Room with the money.
No!
Bedroom.
No!
Shakespeare's room.
God. Box.
Box room?
No, box office.
So they brought the box to their office.
And they'd lock it away.
And they lock it away, and they count the money in the...
box office.
Well played. Well
So
done.
that's what it was.
Did you know that? I knew that. I was just plain stupid.
Okay, so I get it. It's an old place where shows were held, and they had an office with a box full of money in it. But I still can't get that surprise off my mind.
And when I hear surprise, it usually means that it's some sort of alcoholic concoction with a dead snake, gecko, seahorse, beetle, scorpion, viper, I don't know. I'm assuming that there's something here. My surprise consists of some sort of featured creature that I don't want to dance with.
Coming up, do traditional English pubs serve featured creatures? Or is it something else?
It's not in England.
You're not going to dump a beer on me.
I'm not going to dump a beer on you, but I am going to dump something else on you.
English tradition holds that one should not do any cleaning on New Year's Eve, because it may cause you to sweep away your good luck and fortune. Right now, I'm drinking at the George Inn in London. It's a really old place where Shakespearean plays were performed back in the day. But my primary concern is that the producers of the show say there's some sort of surprise for me here, which, based on past experience, may not be such a good thing.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. He streaked in Kentucky, he pounded in New York, and his name means drunk. The one, the only, Steve McKenna.
What?
Why you this?
Yeah.
Come on, it's Shakespeare's house. I'm representing.
You know what? I was kind of hoping for a bottle with a mouse in it, but I'll take Steve McKenna any day.
I know you wouldn't expect this, but not only is Steve the ultimate party machine, he's also a trained Shakespearean actor.
You want to get another beer?
Oh, not tonight, good friend. I have very poor and unhappy brains for drinking. I will not task my weakness anymore.
Come, man. 'Tis a night of revelry. Besides, the gallants desire it.
Are you to tempt me with the god's nectar?
I tempt you only with ale, mead, and gay merriment.
All right. Let's go to the bar.
Hold on a minute. I can't make Steve go it alone with the whole Shakespeare thing. And now that we're dressed for merriment, we're ready for that beer I talked Steve into.
You know, usually when I have people on the show, I can sort of tap into their expertise and ask them questions and learn about things.
Right.
Usually related to alcohol, but not necessarily.
Right.
In this case, what are we gonna do?
Just when it looks like there's nothing to talk about, this guy saves the day.
Okay.
We have this special tradition that goes in England as well. It happens a lot in England.
You're not gonna dump a beer on me.
I'm not going to dump a beer on you, but I am going to dump something else on you. Something called pennying people. And what we do is you drop a copper coin into someone's glass, and they got to downhold their pint in one.
Yeah.
So what happens?
That
You get pennies.
That is a cool piece of information. That's what I'm looking for. You know, this whole pennying thing could go on all night. So Steve and I decided to make a quick exit. Stage left.
Good time.
Oh, this way.
Steve and I hop a cab over to the Soho district to finish off our night at a place called the Crowbar. If you're a metalhead, you'll love this place. But if you're dressed like Shakespeare, change your clothes like I did. Or be like Steve and rock the costume without apology. We're here because A, this place rocks. B, because Johanna rocks. Why am I in 3 already? All right, forget it. We're here to have a good time. Johanna, the bar manager, says that this is the only bourbon bar in all of London. So we're in England drinking bourbon.
Cheers.
Pretty good.
Just had a Kentucky flashback.
Kill it, baby. 6 for 6. That's why he is Steve McKenna and you will never be. You were in the Kentucky episode.
Oh, yeah.
Look how fitting this is.
Perfect.
We started off at a Shakespeare place because he studies Shakespeare. And then now we're at a bourbon place. And he was in the Kentucky episode where we learned about bourbon. Do you remember anything about bourbon? What's the difference between bourbon and whiskey?
One burns more than the other.
Here at the Crowbar, they have a couple of their very own customized house bourbons. First up, the Mint Julep, which is bourbon infused with mint. Cheers. Ed. Not surprisingly, it tastes like minty bourbon. And judging from the label, I have a feeling that the next one is going to have a honey flavor.
Wow. Definitely honey.
Besides these modified bourbons, the Crowbar also has a list of shooters on the wall. And I'd like to add to that list. So we have our crowbar shooters up there, and we're gonna invent a drink. And then we can call it 3 sheets?
Yeah, you can call it 3 sheets.
We can put it up there on the menu?
We could do that, if it's good enough.
If it's good enough, it's gonna be a mix of the Crowbar's very own Mint Julep bourbon, some Bombay Sapphire, a London-style gin, and Pim's No. 1, which is a gin-based 50-proof spirit infused with secret ingredients.
This is gonna be horrible. That's all I can say.
You don't know that. You know, you look at awfully friendly here, aren't they? So, will it be horrible? We'll give Steve the honors.
Smells good.
Suck it down, clam.
Suck it down there, Hamlet.
No problem.
Ham bone.
It's really good. That's the best one I've had so far.
No way.
So, is he telling the truth? No, not bad.
Right?
Yeah, not bad.
What, would you like to try one?
Go on. Make me one.
Now the question, will Johanna let us put it on our drink list?
Cheers. It's not bad. I think we've seriously won.
There you have it. Come to the Crowbar and have a 3-sheet shooter. You guys want to try my new shot? Of course. Cool. Or drop it in a beer and have a 3-sheets bomb. 1, 2, 3 sheets. Wow, that's good 3 sheets. The bomb. It's been a great night inventing drinks at the Crowbar, but there's still one problem. He doesn't really suit the bar, you know, like your outfit.
I kind of like it.
Can you go change it?
Can you fix that up a little bit?
I can go change. I mean, I can change.
Come back, just come back rocking.
All right.
Okay?
All right.
I'm Steve McKenna.
And that's our show. Wow, just a day ago, I was in a tuxedo sipping a martini.
I'm a really bad sipper.
You are.
And who would have thought my journey would have led to seeing Steve McKenna in a mohawk? Nice job, Steve.
All right, brother.
Let's go.
Let's go.
This way.
Good.
What are you talking about?
Bangladesh town?
Bangladesh town.
Bangladesh?
Bangladesh town.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's that?
You're in it.
Oh, good.